Welcome to part 4 of my series on Hollow Earth and AGRATHA. In this part, I'll be describing quite a few things about Hollow Earth. The one thing I should start off with by saying is that in all of these parts, the aliens appear to use what are known as the 12 to 16 various different dimensions at the quantum level. They raise it up through the crop circles that I've described in that series about how they raise up these dimensions. They use these dimensions once brought up into the macro world from the micro world for numerous things such as levity, invisibility, portal transfer from one place to another instantly, so on and so forth. So that is what all of these energies that I'm going to be explaining and have explained stem from. Hollow Earth is kind of an astral, ethereal world scattered throughout our world, but it works on different dimensions that reside mostly that we have found in the quantum. Okay, so these things being said, we'll start off with the red. This is the Earth, and at the center I'm shown a molten core, just like what all the experts, the scientists believe. It's a very large core of molten plasmas and iron and so forth, EMFs. And what happens is that the numerous alien races convert this core energy into light, and this light is then transferred to all the bases that are seen here in the red. They're transferred to these bases, and the light is then distributed over large domes over the bases, in large domes. And there is a super astral gate of ascension, descension, using the various dimensions of the quantum realm. It's situated over an area, one part of it is known as Tartara, where people see strange phenomenons, and the other part of it is found just above the Indian mountains of the Himalayas in the region of Tibet. You can look at Tibet and see it as a circular, oblong, strange area, and just a little bit west north of that is another area that is surrounded by various mountain ranges, not far from the West Mountains of China. And this is the region of Tartara. You can see a field there as well, surrounded by mountains. And this is where this giant city can ascend and descend out of the planet at will when they wish to. And so from the various bases and various areas within the Earth, there can be these very powerful spring-like, thread-like energies that emanate out of the planet. They travel up to places like the pyramids throughout the world. They are super magnetic fields. They are vortexes, portal generators, vortices. They appear at ley line junctions. So at the junctions of the ley lines and various other places, triangles of high strangeness, these energies can emanate from out of the bases and create all kinds of strange phenomena. The bases I've seen are elongated, very long, lengthy, traveling down through very deep mountain ranges. Um, most of the mountain ranges have a base, and most of them also have human bases, but the AGRATHA bases are much deeper. And so then we move to the green, where we see all the tunnels that connect the super cities. There's numerous super cities, much like pockets of cheesecloth. They're scattered everywhere in these giant caverns. And they're all connected. They're all interconnected by these stationary tunnels that are extremely deep into the earth. And some of them, most of them reside beneath the tectonics. So now we move into these wave-like super waves that I'm just going to call Ratten waves for short. I've explained this in other videos. It has the power to be as an astral energy form, and it's flexible. It's a tunnel system, but it's flexible. It's made of pure energy. It can connect to various different places like Mount Shasta, Shambhala, Tartara. These waves spin around the earth over and over again. They can be monitored by using the 1.6 gigahertz, which is a universal form of tracking these various gates when they open and close. I am suspecting, and I'm told that the governments, certain people of the governments, know about this, and it's sort of like a tracking system that they use. And these rims, these long bars, they spin counter to each other, back and forth counter. One goes one way, the other one goes another way, and it makes these humming sounds that are heard in various places throughout the world. They make these sounds. Now, these Ratten waves can be collected and used at a moment's notice as a gate or a launcher, or as an open channel. They can be used as a flexible astral tunnel at any time. They're very adjustable and flexible. And inside of these Ratten waves are various different energies, like that of a fiber optics cable, where each has its own level of travel. Aliens travel through one, elementals travel through another, gnomes travel through another, with elf-like, the more humanoid type angel, fairy types. And then you see here is the Bigfoot, the mountains, which is why they can appear and disappear at will. All right, so I will explain all this much further very soon. And this is here is another example of this part here that I was just explaining. This is in greater detail here, where there is a terminal. These Ratten ball-like things act as a terminal. And here you got the fiber optic channels that I was just speaking of. And here the flexible astral tunnels. They exist mostly outside of the rock stone walls that people find in the world. They get to a certain point into the cavern, and the cavern is blocked by a wall. Um, Beyond these gates, there are these transitory type different vibrational tunnel systems. One can go to Bermuda Triangle, one can go to Devil's Triangle, or it can go to the pyramids, it can go to the Nazca lines, it can go all over the place. Like I said, these are fiber optic like energies. The mountain ranges that I will show you in the world, I will show you that later. The mountain ranges act as giant radar dishes. They're bouncing energies off them at that 1.6 gigahertz. That's worldwide, all over the mountain ranges. So that will conclude this part. And the second part will get much deeper into the actual city of AGRATHA. Okay, thank you very much. Talk to you soon.